Hey, welcome to the shop. You can probably guess why we're here. We got another issue with the Chrysler Concorde. That's right, another issue. Radiator let go on me yesterday on the way to work. So this video is going to be on replacing the radiator. I gotta tell you, before we start this job, this vehicle has been the biggest pain in the butt that I've ever owned. I like the way it rides, the way it goes down the road. It's a nice, full-size luxury vehicle, you know, in its time. But man, I've never seen so many issues with a car before. Anyway, if you're gonna own one of these, my suggestion is, I hope you're mechanically inclined. If not, it's gonna cost you a fortune to keep this vehicle up and running. All right, let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take off this whole front end to get access to the radiator, which is right here. So this whole thing has to come off. Basically, what it entails is all these bolts have to come off right here. Bolts for the headlights, in the frame, and all that stuff. Everything has to come off. The front pieces here have to come off. These bolts have to come off. And this whole thing should come off as an assembly. So today, it's a special day. I got my daughters helping me. I got one on the camera, and the other one's gonna be my tool guru. Okay. All right, let's come out. Put it over the top of there. So on this, when you do this, you don't have to take the latch off. I won't recommend you just take this off the front end. That way you don't have to try to line it up later. It's got enough cable here where you can just put it on top of the engine. And now you have your radiator assembly. Now it's just a matter of disconnecting the fans and taking everything out. The radiator has a bolt here for the fans, and there's one down below, which is not easy to get to because it's difficult to get in here with the headlight in this spot. So take that out. Then you're gonna get these two bolts out for the fan. They're both 10mm bolts. This side's the same. Two bolts, one here, one way down there, which is really tight to get to. Disconnect your plug for the fans, and this assembly should come right up. So after you get the fans off, you take the coolant line for the transmission off, take the bottom hose off. We still have to disconnect the condenser. So we're going to tip this forward, trying not to break anything. And there's two bolts back here. There's one here on this side and one over there on that side that have to be disconnected. And I believe those are 10mm. This is definitely not a one-person job, I'll tell you right now. You need at least two people at the minimum to help you with this. So once you get those two bolts off the condenser, this should slide right up off the radiator. Okay? There's also the power steering line held to the radiator, of course, with the clamp, and then the lines should pop off. All right, once you get those popped off, put it back down, get the condenser. As you can see, it's clipped up here. You're gonna pick it up, slide it out, and this whole thing should come out. Okay, and there's your radiator. Somewhere along here, she's got a crack, and under pressure, she was leaking from here, getting all over the manifold, leaving smoke down the road. So, anyway. So basically, it's not an easy job. If you have a person that can help you do this, you're gonna need the help. You gotta finagle that radiator, try to get into those areas over there for the screws and hoses and everything. It's really freaking tight. There's gonna be a part 2 to this video, because I'm still waiting on the radiator to come in. The one thing that I can say that was decent is the radiator price. I was actually able to locate one online for $75 and change. So that wasn't bad. I can see how labor on this job would be very expensive. So stay tuned. When I get that radiator, we'll do a part 2. So that's all I got for this video. Bye-bye. Have a great, great day.